Hello, friends. So hopefully fourth time's a charm, and I will get you this complimentary movement class preview. I did the class yesterday, just didn't get recorded. So I'm going to do this for you. It's going to be about 20 minutes. It's called Midsection Madness. Really going to hit that midsection. So, and the reason these are preview classes is because I'm going to do a whole fall session. So we'll go September through December, and these are kind of what will be happening live, and then you will have access to the class for the next week. So you can do it as many times as you want. So that's the plan. I'll get you more information about registration and things like that. But for now, here's the video. We're going to start on hands and knees. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, and then we're going to go right into cow and cat. So when you inhale, roll your shoulders back, pull your chest through your arms. Exhale, push the mat away and round your back. I like to start these movement classes with a little bit of meditation. Sometimes that means being still and having our eyes closed. Sometimes it's moving. So once you're using your breath as you move through here, check in with your body. Notice how these two curves of your spine makes you feel. This will be more like Pilates today, so if you want to breathe out through your mouth, you can certainly do that. That helps engage your stomach muscles a lot more. Take one more round. And then come to neutral. So a nice neutral spine. Try to bring the tops of your feet down. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Reach your right arm forward, thumb up. Bring that hand down. Reach your left arm forward, thumb up and down. Keep going. Notice how just lifting your arm changes things in your body. So again, think about this as kind of a meditative movement. They're really concentrating on how things feel here. Keep lifting your stomach up as you move through. Next time you lift your right arm, hold there. Slide your left leg back. Float that leg up. I'm going 3 times here, really slowly, like we're moving through mud. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Pull your foot up. And inhale, reach long and lengthen. And exhale, pull in. So just like cat-cow, you're trying to push the mat away, round, and reach. One more time there. So again, round your back, pull your belly in, push into the top of that right foot, and reach long. Hand down, knee down. I'm going to flip that left palm, a little stretch for your wrists. So we always get strengthening and stretching and balance in all these movement classes. Today, the balance is going to be on the mat, hands and knees, not standing. All right, we're going to lift that left arm, slide your right leg back, float that leg up, a little balance, and then like it's through mud, pulling your elbow to your knee, pushing the mat away, and reach long with your inhale. And then exhale again, pull in, push the mat away, round your back, pull your foot up towards your sitting bone. One more time. Push into that left leg. Don't forget about that. And reach through. Bring your hand down. Bring your knee down. Flip that right palm. A little stretch there. It looks funny, doesn't it? All right. So I'm going to take your right hand, and I'm not mirroring you. I'm going to do what I say here. So you're going to take your right hand about an inch in front of where it is, and then turn that right leg so your right foot's behind you. And take your left leg and reach it out. So we're in a modified side plank. I kept moving my foot because I can see it in the camera. I want it right behind my knee. So roll your shoulder back. Lift your top arm. I'm going to get that left foot down really good. And then pull your left knee up and into your chest. Set your foot down, knee down. Pull up and in. And set it down. One more time. You can do this on your forearm if your wrist's not happy. And set it down. Bring your hand down. Bring your knees down. I'll turn the other way. And then we're going to take your right hand or left hand in front of where it is. Turn that left leg out, reach your right leg, and I'm going to reach up with the right hand. But push your hips forward. There's going to be a tendency to sit back into this. Push your hips forward, pull your head back. All right, we're getting that right foot good and grounded. And pull your left knee up, set down. Pull up and set down. One more time. Keep reaching up through that right arm. And then bring your hand down. Bring your knee down. Swing your legs around. And we're going to come on to our backs. So on your back, and we're going to start really small from here. All I want you to do is make sure you have a neutral pelvis first. And then I'm doing this because I want you to see there's a little space between my back and the mat. But my front ribs are closed. So you can bring your arms up and then exhale. Push your low back into the mat. So you're scooping out at your stomach. Your pubic bone pulls through your legs. The shoulders stay relaxed. And then roll back to neutral. And press your low back down. And roll back. Now, try to keep your glutes mostly out of this right here. Okay, so it's all like low, deep abs. And it's the sliding of your front ribs towards your hips and your hips towards your front ribs. All right, press that low back down. Now recruit your glutes. Say that 5 times fast to lift your hips. Lift your low back, your mid back. Come on up. And then roll your spine down. Back to neutral. All right, so again, you're going to press your low back down, squeeze your glutes to lift your hips. Your quads will engage, your hamstrings will engage. Lift your hips, lift your low back, your mid back, and roll your spine back down. Relax your neck and shoulders. Keep going. I'm going to press down evenly all 4 corners of both feet, keeping your shoulder blades down. So it's not a bridge like we would do in yoga. More of a pelvic lift articulating. I don't really like you to be doing this if you've got osteoporosis. Osteopenia, I would probably say no as well. We just don't want to put any pressure on we don't want loaded spinal flexion. So if you've got that, you can go straight up, get your squeeze at the glutes at the top, and straight down. All right, one more time here. And then come on back down. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Get your elbows wide, inhale. Exhale, curl up. So we're not tilting the pelvis on this one. Okay, you're keeping your pelvis neutral, sliding your front ribs to your hips, but not sliding your hips to your front ribs. Bring your right knee to tabletop, bring your left knee to tabletop. Extend that right leg, pull it back in. Left leg, exhale, reach, and pull it in. Right leg. And left leg. Good. Slide those front ribs to your hips. You can support your head with your hands. Going one more time. This knee, this opposite knee is trying to pull in. I'm going to keep pushing it away. Because if I let it pull in, you can come down. If I let it pull in, it's too easy because my stomach starts to relax. Yeah, so we don't need that. We don't need that. All right, reach your arms out like a T. And got your knees pulled into your chest. Take your knees over to the right side, almost to the floor, and pull back up. And then we're going to the left. You're going to try to keep your shoulder blades down and grounded. Oh, my back cracked. Woo. And then over to the right. And over to the left. This time we're going to the right and holding. So you're going to try to come all the way down, knees down, reach through that left arm, turn and look at your left fingertips. Move your your left hip away from your left armpit and vice versa. And exhale, come back to center. Squeeze your legs together. That will help. So knees into your chest, and we'll go into the other side. So again, you're reaching through. Oh, it cracked again. It must have needed it there. All right, so you're reaching through your right arm. Your right shoulder moves away from your right hip and vice versa. Big exhale to come back to center. Give those knees a little hug in and then extend your legs. So I don't care if your legs are straight. But what I do want is your tailbone to be heavy, your pelvis to be neutral, and your knees pretty much over your hips. Okay, so if you need to bend your knees, then you're going to do that like that. All right, stick your arms out like a T again. So squeeze your legs together, inhale. Exhale, take your legs just slightly to the right. So about 1 o'clock. Back to center. We're going slightly to the left. And center. Keep going. Now, I don't want you to twist with this. So you're just moving. Your feet stay like they're the same size. Unless you're me, because they're not the same size. Well, I'm not special in that. There's plenty of people who have different size feet. But my point is, you're not twisting so that your feet are moving. Okay, they're staying together. This should be the last time right here. Try to hold up from the backs of your legs. Keep your belly pulled in. All right, back to center. Pull your knees into your chest. Let's give a little kick and come up to seated. We'll kick to your feet, or you can always roll to your right side. All right, we're going to keep our knees bent. This is helpful even if you do full roll downs, even if you do Pilates mat all the time. This is still really good for you. All right, so you get your sitting bones grounded. Squeeze your knees together. Reach your arms out. Inhale. Exhale like you're pushing your low back into the mat, but not sinking, okay? Pushing your low back down. And then a little squeeze of the glutes. Squeeze your knees together. Inner thighs. And start to roll down just about to there. All right. And then start to roll forward. Sliding your front ribs to your hips. Pulling your belly in. We're trying to lengthen through your back. Roll forward. Aim your head towards your knees. When you find your sitting bones, you can sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. Again, like you're pushing your low back into the mat, just like we did. Then squeeze your glutes. Not too tight. Engage. Engage your glutes. Engage your legs. You're squeezing together. Inner thighs are working. About there, you're going to come up. Sometimes I'll put my hand, or a client, and I'll say, come around my hand. So if you want to imagine my fist right there in your stomach, come around my hand. All right, now a little bit of windshield wipering because you're probably gripping your hip flexors too much. So stop doing that. And then extend your legs. Get right up on top of your sitting bones. Flex your feet, press your thigh bones down, reach your arms forward. So we're going to start the same way here, although the result will be different. So you're going to push like you're pushing your low back into the mat. And then a little squeeze your glutes. Now you're going up and over. So we're trying to get a big stretch in our back and push into your low back. It's called spine stretch forward in Pilates. So we're getting that here. Your head can tuck in. And then you can lift your torso. Come up nice and tall. Again, push your low back down like you're starting to roll back. Roll behind your sitting bones. Squeeze your glutes and then lengthen forward. And then come up nice and tall. Okay, so I want you to remember that feeling. And we're going to roll all the way down. So take an inhale. Exhale like you're pushing your low back into the mat. You really should feel your stomach engage and scoop out. And then start to roll. Press your thigh bones down. Try to relax your hip flexors. Scoop out at your stomach. All the way down. Keep those front ribs closed. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your head. Exhale, push your low back down. Squeeze your glutes. Roll yourself up again like you're rolling around my fist. Or there's a beach ball. Sometimes they'll say that. There's a beach ball in your lap. Got to go over that beach ball. And then sit up nice and tall. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Don't sink. Round. And squeeze your glutes. Roll it down. Trying to come one bone at a time. Lift your arms. Lift your head. Exhale. Trying to peel up one bone at a time. Press your thighs down. So you're staying tilted in your pelvis, just like we were on our backs and trying to pull our pubic bone through our legs. You still have that same feeling here. Restack. Come up nice and tall. Bring your hands into your knees. Bend your knees. So we're going to take that feeling and flip it. So we're going to do a little open leg rocker. All right. So feet go about shoulder distance apart. If you've got flexible hamstrings or long hamstrings, grab your ankles. If you don't, grab the backs of your knees. I'm going to lift that leg. Lift your other leg. So feet are about shoulder distance apart. So this would be if you were sitting up nice and tall. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Again, we're not sinking. It's like you're rolling up and over, a little squeeze your glutes. Roll back to your shoulder blades and come up and balance. And again, roll back. Relax your shoulders. So your shoulders do not come up by your ears. Get that lift in your chest. Pull your belly in, roll back. So you're pushing your legs into your hands and your hands into your legs. Do one more. I had to work to get up there that last time, so. And then take a little stretch over your legs. Okay, we are coming back to hands and knees. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Take one leg back and then the other for plank. Pull your right knee into your chest. Step that leg back. Left knee into your chest and step it back. All the stuff we've been working on still applies here. So like you were sitting up straight, you don't have a rounding in your back. You're also not sinking into it here. Pulling in. Go one more time each side. And then lift your hips. Press into downward facing dog. Sink your heels down towards the mat. Push the mat away from you with your hands. Let your head relax. And then shift your weight forward. Back into plank. Bring your knees down. Bring your forearms down. You can interlace your fingers if you like here. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Take one leg back and then the other. Hips will be too high, so you got to draw forward. So your shoulders go over your wrists. I'm going to lift. Right leg, set it down. Left leg, set it down. Use your stomach muscles. Use your back, like the spine sandwich here. You got one more time each side. And then bring your knees down. Take child's pose. You can take your arms behind you if you like. All right, let's come back to that forearm plank. This is kind of our grand finale here. So forearm plank, but now take and separate your hands. All right, reach one leg back and then the other. Angle your right hand in. Roll to the outside of your right foot. Lift your left arm. See if you can also lift your left leg and balance here. Go one more breath. Bring your foot down. Come back to your forearm plank. Angle your left hand in. Roll to the outside of your left foot. Stack your right foot. Lift your right arm. See if you can lift your right leg. And bring your foot down. Roll back. Knees down. And then onto your stomach. We're going to take a yoga pose here. It's called locust or shalabhasana. I'm going to reach your arms behind you. So either your chin or your forehead on the mat. Roll your shoulders back. Push the tops of your feet down. So you can lift your arms here. Your shoulders are rolled back. Elbows squeezed. Push in the tops of your feet. Push your pubic bone down. Your hip points will start to kind of float off the mat there. Keep your legs straight. Float your legs up. Roll your shoulders back. Get a little more length in your chest. Reach your fingers towards your heels. Reach your heels away from your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Come on down. And then from there into child's pose again. And then bring your hands under your shoulders. Lift your torso. You're going to make your way onto your back for Shavasana. Just a quick Shavasana. I put my socks back on for it. So I like to be nice and warm for my Shavasana or corpse pose. Make sure your feet are relaxed. Your feet can fall open, palms up. Make sure you slightly arch your back so you get your shoulder blades under you to support your heart. Close your eyes. Just let yourself be still here, mind and body. So the work we did, it was quick, but we still need to give our body time to let that work settle in. When your mind starts to wander, bring it right back here. It's not much longer. You can let your mind be still for a couple more breaths. Don't chastise it when it wanders. Just bring it back. Take bigger breaths. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, reach your arms back behind you, arch your back, stretch, and then bend your knees, roll to your right side. Make sure you take a breath on your right side. Press yourself up to seated. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bow your head. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you have questions.